Hi, it's Ines. Welcome to my channel. It's February now, which means Valentine's Day is around the corner. I hope you are feeling a lot of love in the air and are planning for something for your Valentine. As for me personally, I have a husband that doesn't believe in festivals because he thinks nowadays festivals are too commercialized and a lot of people are already forgetting what is behind those special festivals. Well, I do agree, but I don't agree at the same time because I think life needs to have a sense of festivity, a sense of celebration, and something that you can look forward to, some dates, some activity, So I don't have to celebrate the dates that the society tell me to, but I have to celebrate those special days that meant something for me, that really has meaning behind the dates. So what me and my husband end up doing is that we will celebrate our special days every month. Actually, we have 2 days every month to celebrate. First is the 21st, which is the date that we started dating as boyfriend and girlfriend. The second day is 12th, the day we got married. So these are the 2 days that we celebrate every month. The Valentine's Day is the 14th, so we ended up celebrating on the 12th instead. So enough of the chit chat, and let's go back to our main topic, which is the Valentine's Day. I'm just joking. The main topic today is a potion. This potion will teach you how to make this cute little heart using brick stitch. I have made a lot of different colors of those hearts. You can see? Maybe this one is better. Oops. So these hearts are very useful because you can make them and use them as a necklace pendant, or as a wine glass charm, or keychain, or something that then goes on your bag. So it's totally up to you. And in the tutorial, you'll also learn how to increase and decrease with the brick stitch. So let's jump into it. First, let's take a look at what kind of materials we need for this little cute heart. You need 2 colors of the 11O delicacy beads. I'm using mauve and some white creamy color sea beads. And beading thread, I'm using Fireline 4-pound crystal clear and a size 12 beading needle. These are all you need to make this cute little heart. Alright, let's get started. First, pick up 2 white sea beads, bring it down, leave maybe 4 to 6 inch thread tail so you can weave it in later. And go back, bring the needle back through the first sea bead, pull tight, and make sure these 2 sea beads sit nicely next to each other, like this. Alright, and then go back from the top to the second sea bead. Pull, and then go back from the bottom to the first sea bead. So you're basically making a loop. The first step is actually called laddering. So go back one more time to make the 2 sea beads sit together firmly. Alright, like this. Now flip to the other side, like this. So this is your thread tail. This is your thread tail. This is the thread that you just came out of. Alright, so this is the bottom row of this little heart. Now we're just gonna do the second row. As you can see, the second row is already start to increase. So first pick up 2 sea beads, first one white, second mauve color. Go through the thread bridge go through the thread bridge in between the two beads. Pull. Again, make sure these two seed beads you just strung, they sit next to each other nicely, like this. And then go back to the mauve color seed beads from the bottom, like this. Pull. Now, these are the first two seed beads of the second row. Since this row is an increase, so you're gonna pick up another seed bead, bring the needle back through the same thread bridge, like this, pull, and bring the needle back from the bottom of this bead, like this, pull tight. Well, you just finished the increase of this second row. Now, we're just gonna keep increasing the beads until we reach the widest part of this heart. So let's do one more row to increase. Pick up two seed beads, bring the needle through the thread bridge, like this, pull, make sure they sit next to each other, like this. Bring the needle back from the bottom, like this, pull. This is the first two beads of the third row. Pick up the next color, go back to the next thread bridge, pull, go back from the bottom of the seed bead you just strung, pull. So this is an increase again, like usual. We're gonna pick up one seed bead, go back through the same thread bridge, like this. Oops. Okay. Pull tight, and then go back through the seed bead from the bottom. Pull. All right, the third row finish. You can see we're slowly working our way towards the top of the heart. All right, let's do one more row together. Pick up two seed beads, bring the needle back through the thread bridge in between the two beads. Pull. Make sure these two beads sit next to each other. Bring the needle back from the bottom of this second bead. Pull the thread tight. Pick up the next color of seed bead. Bring the needle through the thread bridge. Pull. Bring the needle back from the bottom of the seed bead. Pull tight. Pick up the next color C bead. Bring the needle through the thread bridge in between the two beads. Pull. Needle back through the bottom of this bead. Pull tight. See, the beads just sit nicely on top of the thread bridge, which is in between the two beads. Alright, last one. We're doing the increase. So we're going to pick up one bead and bring the needle back through the same thread bridge of the last one in order for it to increase. Hey bead, come on. All right. Make sure you don't catch the thread tail. All right. So I think you get the idea now how to increase the brick stitch. Basically, when you increase, you will always pick up two beads at the beginning, and then the last bead will use the same thread bridge which you used for the last bead. This way the beadwork will increase one by one. So you will keep increasing until you finish 10 rows in total. So from the bottom to the widest part, there will be 10 rows. Okay, I'll see you soon. Alright, I just finished my 10 rows. Now I'm gonna continue work my way to the top. So as we can see from the pattern, the next row is actually decreasing. So now we're gonna learn how to decrease in the brick stitch. As you can see, if you did it the same way as I did, your thread is coming out from the last bead of the last row. So from here. But when you decrease, you want the thread come out from the second last bead. So your first bead will sit right in between these two beads. What I normally do is I will bring my needle back through the bead that I want my thread to come out of and go through two beads diagonally like this. See, I want my thread to come out of this bead, and I go back through this bead, go through two beads diagonally, pull, and then bring my needle back from the bead next to it and go through two beads diagonally. This way, my thread will just come right out of this bead. This is where I want it to be. So pull. See, before my thread came out of from here, the last bead, now my thread came out from here. Now we're ready to decrease. So everything is the same. You pick up two beads, go through bring the needle through the thread bridge in between these two beads, pull, make sure they sit next to each other, back through the second bead. See, you were starting to decrease. Now we're just gonna finish the row. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We'll have 3 color bead. And then 2 white beads. All you need to do is follow this pattern. Color bead again. White bead. Alright, we just finished this next row and managed to decrease. Before, when you increase, you'll keep adding on one more bead to use this thread bridge again. But when you decrease, you just stop right here. And then we're gonna make the next row, which is decrease again. What you do is make the thread come out of this bead next to the last one. What I normally do is the same. Basically, I draw a thread triangle line here. So I go back to the bead that I want my thread to come out of, go through 2 beads diagonally like this, pull, and then go through the next bead, and then from the bottom to top, diagonally 2 beads, and my thread just came out of here where I want it to be. See, before the thread came out from here, the last bead, and now it's this last second bead. Now we can start to decrease. So pick up 2 beads like usual. So this brick stitch is really useful because it can make a lot of different shapes. With the decrease and increase, the possibilities are more unlimited, you know. That's why I really like it. And from here, we're gonna finish this left part of the heart first. So we just finished the last second row here, and the last row is gonna be decrease again. So let's practice again how to make the thread come out from the next one here. So this is the bead that I want my thread to come out of. So I go through this bead, go through 2 beads diagonally, go back through this next bead and go up. Now my thread just came out of this bead here. All right, let's keep decreasing. Okay, our left side of the heart is finished. Hey, you know what? I just realized that I didn't do the 2 white beads here. Well, anyway, I think it looks good too. So I'm just gonna keep making it like this. All right. So I'm now gonna make the right side of this heart. And my next bead is gonna be sit right in between these 2 beads. So I want my thread to come out of from this bead. So I'm just gonna wiggle my thread through and make it come out from here. So there's no rule how you want to go. Just make sure that it comes out from here. So I'm just gonna go through here. Okay, last stitch. See, my thread came out of here. And as usual, we're gonna pick up the beads. See? The bead is sitting right where I want it to be. This is a decrease, so you just stop wherever it should be. All right, we're gonna make the last row. It's gonna be a decrease again. Okay, last 3. All right, our heart is finished, and now we're going to attach on a jump ring. So I want to attach my jump ring right here in between these 2 beads. So I'm gonna make my thread come out from the middle bead right here. I'm going to go back through, go up again. So this way, I can just stitch back and forth here to attach the earring, jump ring. So I string on the jump ring. I just go back through the last bead here. Make sure the jump ring is really closed so the thread wouldn't slide out. And then go back the second bead again. You're basically making several loops to make sure this jump ring sits tightly. And you can go through different beads to make the loop. So I'm gonna go this side again, this side. Go back from here. As long as you go in and out from the same two beads, then you're fine. So I normally go through 3 times. And after you finish and you feel it's strong enough, you just tie off the thread. Tie off this thread and also the thread tail from the beginning. Before I go, I also want to show you guys how to increase and decrease more beads instead of just one, because before we just learned to increase and decrease one at a time, but in a lot of projects actually you need to increase and decrease more beads. So for example, I want to increase more beads on this row here, the widest row here. I want add on 5 more beads. My thread just came out from here, the last bead. I pick up 1 bead, go from the bottom of the previous bead, go up, and go back from the top of the bead you just picked up, this new bead, and go back through the previous bead again. So basically you're lettering again, just like the beginning of this project. Just make sure that every time you pick up a bead, it sits nicely next to the previous bead. That's why you need to go through the 2 beads several times to make sure they are tight. 2 more beads to go. Pick up 1. My thread just came out of here. You need to go back from the other side like this. Make sure to sit next to each other. Reinforce a couple of times. One more bead. So always go from the other side of the previous bead to make a loop. And make several loops so the beads sit next to each other. Alright, I just increased 5 more beads in this row, and they're sitting straight. I'm just gonna make another row on top of this. So everything is the same as before. Nothing's changed. Alright, next I'm going to teach you how to decrease as many beads as you want. So for example, I want my beads to sit in between these 2 beads, the white bead and the mauve bead. So I want it to sit here. So what I need to do is to have my thread come out from this white bead. So I'm just gonna go bring my needle through the beadwork and make my bead make my thread to come out from this white bead right here. Okay, and I'm just gonna bead as usual. Now, my first bead is sitting in between these two beads, just like what I want it to be. Now I just decreased 3 beads. Alright, I hope you enjoy this tutorial of brick stitching and learn how to increase and decrease, and more importantly to increase and decrease as many beads as you want. From there you can just follow a bead pattern and create a lot of fun projects. Talking about bead pattern, I have a lot of bead patterns available on my Etsy shop. I will link my website address down below. Please make sure to check it out. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more beading tutorials coming up in the future. And if you think this video is helpful, please like and share my video so that more people can see it. Alright, I hope you have time before the Valentine's Day to make those cute little hearts. And I know it's a little bit early, but I wish you a very, very happy Valentine's Day full of love. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.